She's the partner of Empty Diaper Bag LLP. She's Mary Kay's sales director. She recently been promoted, and she's a mother, beautiful mother with two beautiful daughters, 14 and 11 years old. So without further ado, let us welcome Melody. Hi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so for me, I always call her Mel. In short, we have known each other for many years. So in fact, when I knew her, I only know that she's called, her name is Mel. She always ask me to call her Mel instead of Melody. So I do not know why. Later we shall get an answer from her. So so the question of the day, right, posted to Melody is, what is your last story of courage? So as for those who are tuning in and you didn't hear what was the question of the day posted to her, it is, what is your last story of courage? Okay, so Mel, are you ready? Are you ready to
My
answer?
last story of courage.
Yeah. Have you
Actually,
have any answer for it yet?
actually, every single day when you are starting a new day, you are actually stepping the courage to actually do something that is really like for yourself and probably something that is different. So I think my last story of courage is probably entering the skincare industry, because that is something that is very far from my mind ever since I was young. Although one of my ambition was actually to become Miss Universe.
Is it? I think you
Yeah.
are tall
So
enough.
no, I was not. That's why I have failed. So yeah. So I think skincare, probably entering skincare is the last courage that I took for myself. Yeah, to explore skincare in my life. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's very courageous. That's your last story, which I also believe that because ever since you step into skincare, makeup, cosmetic, it really opened up my eyes. I see that the transformation in you, and that's why I say you must come for my show. We have known each other for so long. Finally, you need to come on my show, because your transformation really, I would say, laid an impact. And I felt that your story should be shared with a lot of mothers that are tuning in now. So now we can officially kickstart with the show. And today I'm very excited because we have a lot of friends that's tuning in. Especially for those who are watching the replay, you must be wondering like, who is Mel? So maybe Mel, for those who are seeing you for the first time, maybe you can do a short introduction of yourself. What were you doing before you started your businesses, and what are you currently busy with? And maybe where are you from? Because we do have audiences from all around the world that are tuning in, watching the replay. So maybe you can do a short introduction of yourself before we move on.
Okay. Just let me kickstart this. Okay. So hi everyone again. Okay, my name is Melody. I am from Singapore. Okay, the little red dot on
Yay.
earth, Singapore. Okay, I am actually a mother of two, as what Kenneth has introduced me as. So I think a lot of friends know me because when I have started business. About my past, probably only a handful probably know, because at that time when I was working, probably Facebook is not as widely used. So I came from I'm an accountant by degree. So but I didn't practice accountancy. I went straight into corporate tax with the Big Fours. So if you can hear like the Big Fours, right? No offense, but Big Fours work us very hard. Okay, because I think we, as fresh grads, we probably need the experience to move forward in life. So being a fresh grad in the Big Four in the corporate tax department, we were actually worked very hard. Okay, we have trainings, we serve the clients, we give the best advice how companies can prepare their tax efficiently. Okay, no illegal evasion, nothing, but just prepare it efficiently, tax planning efficiently. So that has been my passion of helping clients save thousands of dollars, and also giving the advice that people always think that tax is just an expense, but actually with proper planning, it's not actually an expense. Okay, it's actually a contribution to the nation where you have all your perfect roads. I feel like a government propaganda, but it's true. We need the tax money, so with proper planning, you are not disadvantaged in any circumstances. So that has been my passion. But after I became a mom, everything, your perspectives start to change. being in the corporate ladder is probably not something that you want to be in at that point in time when your kid is small, when she's learning to crawl, when she's muttering her first words. At that time when I was working in a big force, I worked very late hours. So when I leave the house, my kid is actually sleeping. But when I came back, my kid was already sleeping. So I have very little interaction with my elder one for the first few months. Yeah, because of this this arrangement at work. So I decided to bite the bullet when she is 9 months. That's when she was actually already trying to cruise around, trying to walk and cruise, because I missed her first moment when she started to crawl. So that at 9 months I will bite the bullet. After discussion with my husband, I will stay at home, okay, to solely take care of my number one princess. Yeah, so that was when I left the Big Four to stay at home. But of course, I think people who knows me, right, I cannot stay still for a long time. So yeah, so I decided to explore into freelance corporate tax work. So yeah, corporate tax is still very close to my heart. So I went into freelance corporate tax. I render corporate tax advice for clients as well, but that's on project basis, so I can better manage my time. So with the flexibility, and of course, corporate tax, everyone know that you are following deadlines. So deadlines is cannot escape one. I still have to meet my deadlines, although the number of projects that I can take will be very much dependent on how much I can finish. So yep, so that was my journey before I started business. So this has carried on. I got pregnant again, and then took 1 month of maternity leave, because as a freelancer, you want to get back to work as fast as you can. Then that's when second one came along. And after a few months with my second baby, I realized that there is something lacking in Singapore's parenting industry. So I was actually looking for diaper bags, because with my number one being a young kid at 3 years old, I have a baby on hand. I really need a proper diaper bag to get me organized, because I love to bring my kids out. When my husband is at work, I need to entertain myself. So I need to bring the kids out, and I need a proper diaper bag. But then I realized that Singapore's diaper bag at that point in time, 14 years ago, I mean like 11 years ago, they are not fashionable. Every time I carry my diaper bag, it's that has the hospital word on it, right? Because it's free. And then then you just have little bear prints all around, or little flowers, or even when you have a girl, then it's pink. So I realized that we are, as mothers, I'm losing my identity, because when I start carrying these kind of bags, I feel very frumpy, very just very untidy on the whole. Yeah, so I decided to explore into fashionable diaper bags to just give moms an opportunity to actually still look good when they move around with their babies, and hopefully when they move around they will have more confidence. So that was actually MD Diaper Bags, the birth of MD Diaper Bags, and the motto was actually confidence with style, because I really believe that mothers should not lose that identity. So so that was my venture into business for the first time, when my the second one was probably about 10 months. So from there, I think that's where I met Kenneth and a lot of momtrepreneur friends out there that is actually supporting me now. So I think friendships are built along the way.
Especially mothers. I agree that when mothers come together, and mothers who do business together, they can resonate with each other, they will understand each other, and they will want to be there to support.
So made a lot of friends, exchanged a lot of tips, know where to get the best designer, where to get the best advertiser. That's how I met Kenneth, actually. Because she was actually involved in one of the hospital bags supplier. So met Kenneth from there. I think the rest came history as we become friends.
Wow. I in fact I didn't know much about like how was your journey really in depth, but thanks to this opportunity, I'm able to know the insight, the real in depth of how it really all started. So maybe you can just share with us, like, what are you currently doing, because you like recently we catch up and understand you are still the Miss MD Diaper Bag, you are still operating it. At the same time, you have just also venture into a your new business where you are Mary Kay sales director, and recently you have been promoted. And let's congrats, Mel!
Thank you,
Congrats
thank you,
on the
thank you, thank
promotion.
you.
Yeah. So this is something that maybe the audience out there, I see that there's a Eleanor. Eleanor is tuning in. Hi,
Hi,
Eleanor.
Eleanor.
We
Hi.
have Sin Apple. We have Rachel Pang. Hi, hello. Thanks for
Hello,
tuning
hello,
in.
everyone.
So let's congrats Mel for her recent promotion to Mary Kay sales director. I would
Thank
say
you, thank
not
you.
easy for her, really not easy for her, and this is something that I'm very proud and very amazed and about the transformation she had achieved, and that was why I felt that it's really time for her to show how she has transformed. If you know her in the past, right, she don't look like that. She don't
Oh
look like
my,
that. Yeah. So in fact, it's what I call it's like it's a gem not being polished yet. Yeah, it's a
wow,
diamond not
wow,
being
that's a
polished.
very nice
Yeah,
term.
I should say diamond not being polished yet. So now it's being polished. So maybe you can share with us like if let's say how was the transition from corporate to entrepreneurship, especially for your first business?
Okay, so from corporate, right, you are actually being spoon fed. If people who are in corporate, you don't know how lucky you are actually. When you're in corporate, trainings are lined up for you. You know, you get your CPE points because as accountants, we need to have the continuity in professional education. You get your points so easily because the company arrange trainings for you. Then you have meetings and you have clients knocking on your door for you. You don't even really need to go and source out for clients because clients are just like flooding your portfolio, you know. So at that point in time, you just need to work. You just need to bring in the money. Anything else, you have your HR department to handle for you. You have your payroll department to handle your salaries. You have your IT, you know, to settle your computer whenever your computer crash. And then you have marketing departments. Everything is actually provided for when you're in corporate. But once you step into entrepreneur, everything is on your shoulders. You start
Yep.
being the accountant for your company, you start being the salesperson for your company, you start being the marketing person, you start being for the IT, you know, and even the designer, you know, the marketing materials designing. So everything you really have to learn from scratch.
Yep.
So that was the experience that I actually learned along the way because when you just started out, you really don't know where to find. And also, as I said, that there wasn't many diaper bags in Singapore. So there wasn't really anyone that you can actually, okay, so there weren't any companies that were just open solely to provide diaper bags. So yeah, so you really do not know where to find and how to find. You just know that you have to find it if you want to survive in this business. Yeah, so that really, I think that brought me, opened my eyes to a lot of situations in the market. Yeah, so from there you really learn along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I totally agree that in entrepreneurship, right, a lot of people think that's easy. Like you have the flexibility of time, you have the freedom. You are your boss, your own boss. You call your own shot. You want to wake up, you wake up. You don't want to wake up, you don't wake up. Like you sleep in. But the problem is, in fact, being an entrepreneur or doing business, right, is more than just that. It's
Yep.
everything you need to do, especially when you start off, when you are what we call a solopreneur. You need to do everything. You need to oversee everything. Even you're not good at sales, and typically like for your own profession, you were doing tax, everything is always behind the scene, always back on the back
Yep.
end. You never really have the chance to really maybe deal with the front line. But when you start your own business, you need to face your supplier, your customers, or sometimes you need to even deliver the diaper bag to their house also.
Yep.
I
Yep.
remember that initially when you first started, everything was hand delivered. Yeah,
Yep.
straight to the house. And sometimes you need to handle nasty customers at the same time, and you have to learn customer service where
Yep.
in your life you are always a customer. And now you need to serve people. So it really takes a lot of courage also to really
Yes.
take that step and really transit from corporate to entrepreneurship, which I felt that for you, it doesn't seem that tough.
Oh, okay.
Why was that? Why was that possible? Like a lot of mothers who are in corporate and when they step into entrepreneurship, they might find it a big struggle for them to now I need to serve customer, now I need to do this, now I need to do that. I should have just stayed in the corporate job. So how did you Why was it different for you? Like you seems to take it on and embrace it.
I guess the reason behind it is probably my big why. My
Hmm.
big why did I want to go into entrepreneurship? Okay, definitely it's the flexibility that I have. And but then I think secondly is because I feel very strong. There's this innate passion in myself that I need to let mothers know they are okay being a mom. They are okay, but they are not okay losing their identity. So
Hmm.
I feel very strong that I believe that mothers should still enjoy carrying the bags that they like at that point in time. You know, if they are enjoying carrying tote bags and sling bags, why can't they just carry that same style in diaper
Hmm.
bags? Why do I need to transform to a backpack when I'm not used to a bag? Or why do I need to transform into a tote bag when I'm not used to having a tote bag? So I guess my that was my big why at that time,
Hmm.
because I wanted to give mothers a chance to really find themselves back
Hmm.
through through traveling around with their kids, but with a fashionable diaper bag. Yeah,
Mm. And that
yeah.
also brings us to the topic of the day, which is self-love is the best business model. Because for me personally, I've seen how Mel's first business, which is empty diaper bag, had grown, and now she's had embarked on a second venture, which is with Mary Kay, being the sales director doing the business. So how was why Mary Kay? Like
Why Mary Kay?
why do you step into another venture while you were still running empty double bag
Okay,
as the
so
main, yeah.
I didn't step into Mary Kay wanting to do Mary Kay. I stepped
Mm.
into Mary Kay because I fell in love with the products. Yep, that was actually 2 years ago. This month, August is actually the second anniversary when I joined Mary Kay. Yeah.
Yay, happy
So
anniversary.
yeah, thank you. You reminded me. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, so I actually went in because I realized that products that I have been using, or products that I probably should be using
Mm.
at that point in time, wasn't really helping my skin very much. And you know, when you reach that big four, right, everything will just fail. Your skin will get um drier, your metabolism rate will also drop, and then elasticity also drop. Everything just fail like when you reach 40.
So
So yeah,
any mothers out there that are tuning in and watching, right? Do you guys agree? If you agree, just type one in the chat so to let us know whether do you agree with what Mel is sharing with you. The number
yeah,
four,
four, the big
the
four.
big
Yeah.
four.
I mean, although they say like the 40s is actually the new 30s, I think
Mm.
in terms of spirit wise, we are there. We are still feeling very young at heart. But physically, I think everybody have to agree that, physically metabolism rate also will drop
Yep.
as much as we want to keep up with the young people, right? Somehow, I mean, our system just is not there to match with like a 20-year-old. So at that point in time, I decided to try out Mary Kay because Eve was actually my secondary schoolmate. We
Mm.
weren't actually that close in secondary school, but through moms at work,
Yep.
I actually met Eve again because I was running my diaper bag business and she was doing her Mary Kay business, and we
Mm.
happened to be in the same event organized by Moms at Work,
Oh, okay.
where we had a booth side by side, and she was actually demonstrating Mary Kay's brush with the customers there. So while I was busy selling my diaper bags, I was actually eyeing at what she was doing because
Ah.
it's very intriguing at that point in time. But didn't manage to catch up because we were busy, all busy with our own customers at
Mm.
that point in time. So subsequently, I decided to approach her again because they came out with a new Mary Kay came out with a new bag. And being in a diaper bag business, right? Bags always draw my attention
You have
somehow.
you have the soft spot for bags.
Yeah, so when I saw them launching that new starter kit with the bag, right, I
Mm.
decided, yes, I like the bag. Okay, lah, let's try Mary Kay since I was looking for a new skincare anyway. So
Mm.
decided to contact her. So that's when we linked up again. So started off with the Mary Kay product. So try different as new users, you will want to try different range
Yep.
that they have to offer. So I guess when you try, the more you try, you realize that your skin can see improvement. I mean, if you have seen me last time, probably all my friends, you'll see that I actually quite cui. I don't even know how to take care of my skin, and don't even know how to take care of my eyes at that point in time. Very
Mm.
guilty. But yeah, so from there I realized that self love is actually very important because I have been trying to advocate so strongly about why women cannot lose their identity, but I'm not loving myself enough.
Yeah,
So
you're
that's when
right.
I decided, that okay, I'm going to learn more about this business so that I can actually share with more women out there that how important self-love is. Yeah.
Yeah. And you
So
mentioned like a lot of women, especially mothers, should learn to love themselves more, have more self love, because a lot of time, like for your case, when you first started off with empty diaper bag, your focus is on your kids, your babies, your girls, when they were young, and part of the reason is also on you as a mother, as identity of a mother. That's why the diaper bag, to make it trendy, to find fashionable, diaper bag. Because for me, I was in that industry. Like what you
yeah,
mentioned, I saw that there is a supply and demand. There's a demand for it, but there's no supply, and you happens to be the one that is really focused on that niche. That's why I felt that this business can be done. That's why I also encourage you, like as much as you can do, put it out to more people as a as a form of marketing. And I would say back then your self love is more for your identity as a mother, and the love and the empathy for other mothers who might not have a good diaper, fashionable diaper bag that can bring out to show that, hey, I'm not just a mother, I'm also a very fashionable, trendy woman,
yeah,
that I should find back my identity, not just a mom. I'm also a wife, I'm also a daughter, and all that stuff. So I should not what do you call that? Discount myself for not
yeah,
having a fashionable and good looking diaper bag, which can be in terms of a sling bag or the tote bag and stuff like that. So I guess it's
yeah.
also very important. But as your business grow, and also as your kids, your two daughter grow, now they are already, I would say, coming teenagers. So
Yeah.
that's why, and also the big four, that you also hit the big four, that you realize that I see a lot of mothers that I work with, when they are in their big four, a lot of things change. They start to take care of themselves more. They start to realize, they have the awareness that what have I missed? Like what have I missed in my 30s and now when my 40s? And if you have kids earlier, you will realize it even earlier in your 40s, because your kids they don't really need you anymore. They are more independent now. Their friends are more important than us, and that's where I felt that the identity searching for the identity is very important. And I saw that in you, because you found back that I do not know you before you're a mom lah, but I find that you found that the identity as a woman, although you're in your 40s, but you find that your youthfulness, and for me personally, I've known you for so long. I have never, other than your important days, right, I've seen you with makeup. Other than that, I don't see you with makeup. So
I do not how to I do not know how to put on makeup.
yeah. So that's why you see the art of learning, the right, I would not say right way lah, the proper way of putting on the makeup. Like for you, is like you are growing. Where compared to, maybe I look at other people's makeup, they put a lot of powder. I don't know whether they even need the powder. So it look very, I don't know how to put it. It's very different. The way I see that you guys in Mary Kay, that you, the way you guys do your makeup, and the way other people, normal people, do their makeup is very different. Yeah. So I guess it's also the product that you use, and also the skincare.
Mm.
But I would want to find out, right? Like for you, does makeup really helps you to transform or build confidence, or to love
Okay, so
yourself even more?
personally, I'm still a very strong advocate of bare skin. Bare skin
Mm,
is beautiful. So that's why I believe strongly that we should really take care of our skin before we use any makeup, because
mm,
makeup is probably just to accentuate, amplify that beauty that was already there.
yeah.
It's not to cover any flaws that you're trying to hide. So yeah, so as long as your skin is healthy, actually, if you're happy with bare skin, by all means. So
Mm,
only when you decided that you just want to accentuate that beauty a little bit more, so you just put on a little blusher here and there, then that is, I think that is beauty. So
yeah.
yeah, so that is actually, so skincare is something that I truly believe in, and I think that every woman should be given the opportunity to learn and to love themselves a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also I really agree on that, because is from inside out. That means on your skin, you're taking care of your skin, and it's loving yourself, loving your body, loving your skin, loving every part of yourself from inside out. Because cosmetic is just overlay, and this is what I
Yeah.
call it, overlay, and it does not bring out that confidence in you. If you have good skin, you also feel good, confident. Even you go what we call without makeup,
Yeah.
素脸. When you
Yeah.
go out,
Bare skin. Bare
yeah,
skin.
bare skin or botak. No, bare skin. So when you go out bare skin, you are also confident because your skin condition is good. Yeah, and that's where the natural beauty will comes about. And this
Yeah.
is where I felt that this self-love is very important, especially for women, for mothers, where a lot of mothers give up their so-called youth, 青春, youth to their children, the sacrifice their days and time. So it's time for them to find back that self-love.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for you, what because I know that this is your second year anniversary, right? Yeah.
Yay.
And
Yeah.
only you start working on the business about a year ago.
Mm.
So what makes you make that switch other than like being a consumer for 1 year, then you decided to switch? You mentioned that because you want to help more people to learn more, to share more. Is there other reason why you decided to embark?
Why? Because I see that actually a lot of not just women, actually now a lot of men are also not loving themselves enough, not just parents. Okay, parents, definitely you always put your focus on the kids. The kids will always come, the kids' needs will always come first. But also to adults and who are actually taking care of their parents, their old parents,
Yep.
and they also that focus is also not there. So they have spent their life, which is very, very sacrificial of them. They spend their all their adulthood taking care of their parents, but in a way they have neglected themselves along the way. So I guess it's really to give that person a chance to know a bit about themselves, about their skin. It's going to be with you for your rest of your life. So you either take care of it now, or you have to do a lot more repair work in the end. And of course, when you start seeing that your skin fail, I think that is a big how to say, a big shock or a big pain in the heart.
Yep.
Because you start seeing yourself age over the years because of neglect.
Yep.
I guess in terms of confidence level, everybody will feel a
Very
dip
low,
in terms
yeah.
of confidence level. Yeah. So which is not supposed to be that way. So skincare is not something that is a chore, and it's something that's very difficult to handle.
It shouldn't be also lah. It
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
So with that sharing of knowledge, I'm able to educate more people out there, to let them know that skincare actually is nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. Yeah, you don't have to feel guilty just because you're taking care of your skin, because I think that's really important. When you respect yourself and you love yourself, people will respect you even more,
Yep.
because you do bother to keep up with yourself. Yeah, so I think that was actually my step into wanting to grow this business, because through the journey I can actually share with a lot of people, of the knowledge that I learned from Mary Kay. Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good. And I guess that also became your motivation for you to really strive in this business, and that's why you can impact more people because of the purpose that you have. And also like, if let's say you are not a mom, you
Yeah.
didn't have your children, would you even start the business? Because your first business is empty diaper bag, which is diaper bag.
Yeah.
So if let's say you are not a mom, right, would you even start a business, or would you just jolly well stay in corporate? I just want to, very curious.
If I'm not a mom,
Yeah.
probably I will probably still stay in corporate, but I think part of me will want to do a little bit more for myself. So so probably at that point in time, I would have to balance corporate, because corporate I still get my input of trainings, but then part of me will want to do something for myself that is not corporate. So if I do not have kids and I do not actually need that flexibility in life to do the things that I want, then of course I will stay in corporate. But at some point in time, right, when you are already at that age, you decide that you want to do something for yourself,
Yep.
and you want to have that flexibility to be able to do something for yourself, I guess that's where you will actually branch
Take,
out on your
yeah,
own. Yeah, take that step to branch out.
correct.
So ballet has been
Yeah, I
very
almost want
close
to
to my
touch
heart.
on that, the ballet. Because for
Yeah,
you, although you are running a empty diaper bag, a e-commerce business, at the same time you're running Mary Kay, and at the same time you're also picking back your ballet, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so it
So
just show
that
that
is
people is
something.
possible.
Yes, it's possible at whatever age it is. It's possible to just take back your dream that you have lost along the way, just to believe it again. Because yeah, so like if you're looking for flexibility to just pursue that dream. So for
Hmm.
myself, if I'm not having kids and I want to pursue my ballet, I will also need time to do classes.
Yep.
So I think with that flexibility, I will still come out to do something for my own and find that flexibility in life. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that is where Mary Kay has satisfied a lot of aspects for me, because it gives me the flexibility
Yep.
to still be there with my kids and still pursue my dream, and
Hmm.
then still be able to touch a lot and educate a lot more people out there, not just women but men. So I find very fulfilling in this journey. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why after so long, I really want you to come on board because you have just shared. You might not know, um, because I have come across a lot of mothers coming to me that, oh, I don't have time, I cannot do this, I have my kids. A lot of I, I pardon me, is all excuses of not doing it, and the reason why they have shared all these excuses is because they are not confident of themselves. If they love themselves more, they should do more. Because I always describe them that mother is the anchor of the ship. If
Mm,
the ship sink, everybody will sink. The husband,
mm,
the kids, the in-laws, the parents will all sink. But if
mm.
the mother take care of herself, enough love, self-care, self-love, then it will stay afloat, and it will
Yeah.
just ferry everyone will just follow. So this is what I always believe, strongly believe it, and I see that in you because
Mm,
of your flexibility, of you being disciplined, and you make time and you pursue your dream. You are running two businesses at the same time while pursuing your dream, and now you are even heading a team. So this is something that a lot of mothers should believe that is possible, and you have shown it possible, and at the same time also maintain the relationship with your family members. Like now you even do dance, even do exercise with your kids and your husband, and it's all possible. It's all about believing and taking care of yourself and loving yourself. That's why today's topic, that's why we came out with this the topic of the day, which is self-love is the best business model. Because like for Mel, she started off with empty diaper bag with the love for mothers, and she loved herself as a mother, and now she's loving herself as a big four woman, gaining back all her youth, taking care of herself, taking care of her skin, and at the same time realize that hey, there's more things or more purpose for her to reach out to more women, mothers, or even men, to take care of their skin, to take care of themselves, to love themselves more. And now she's heading a team or beauty consultant that will also impact more people. So this is possible, and not forgetting she still pursue her childhood passion, which is ballet. And I cannot imagine lah. I just cannot imagine. And I felt very inspired by you pursuing, where I heard a lot of mothers, they will share, oh, I cannot do whatever I used to do already because of my kids. But I felt that if you want it, if you have that strong desire, you definitely can achieve it.
yeah.
So coming to say that, right, what would be the difference between empty diaper bag and Mary Kay, these two business? What would you say? What would be the difference?
Okay, so actually both have very similar. I'll start with the similarities
Mm,
first, because I believe it's just a progression. For me, confidence in a woman is very, very important. I mean, coming from all girls school for 10 years, right? We were actually brought up to know that hey, girls can do things just like guys can do. Sometimes we can even do it better than guys. So that was the education that was given
yep.
to me for the past 10 years in the girls' school. So I grew up knowing that I shouldn't feel inferior when it comes to gender. So, and that level of confidence that we need to put ourselves through when we face, when you're pitching to the customers, when there's men in the room, we shouldn't feel any inferiority complex just because we are women. So I guess that confidence level in a woman is very, very close to my heart. So that was why MD Diamondbacks, because I want to give mothers that confidence level. And then as I progress, I realized that my focus should not just be on new mothers, because mothers in general, okay, I've served them for a few years, and I realized that actually there are a lot of women out there, like I mentioned, that, those who are taking care of their aged parents, those who are not mothers or aunties that are taking care of their nieces. They too have that lack in confidence in themselves along the way. So that's where I decided that I should expand my dream and my passion to touch these women that are not just mothers, but women in general, to really give them that sense of confidence back in their lives. The same confidence they have when they were a kid, dancing like nobody are looking at them, that confidence level. Even when they sing out of tune, they are still singing because they know they are confident at that point. So right. I'm trying to help, women find back that confidence in them, that actually it has always been there. It's just waiting to come out again. And I'm just being that avenue to assist in women feeling confident about themselves again.
You're just like the bridge to let them know, hey, there's something that you can do, you can achieve that, and with confidence. And with confidence is like self-care, self-love. That is the most important thing. And not just from your first business and to this business, and at the same time also finding back your passion, which is also taking care of yourself, because a lot of mothers forgotten about themselves, especially when the initial 10 over years of taking care of their kids, they've forgotten, just basically throw themselves one side, which I've seen a lot of my peers who did that. And now when their kids are older, they are lost. They say, who am I? Then if let's say they are stay-at-home mom, after 10 over years, they are even lost. They felt that they have detached from the world, they've detached from the outside world. It's very hard for them to go back to corporate, because everything they know is just parenting, motherhood, and the rest.
Their priorities.
Correct. Priorities are different. The skill set is also different, because whatever they used to be good at, now it may be made redundant. Like now, especially after COVID. So how has COVID affected you, or even helped you in your business or family?
Okay, so I think COVID has been very painful for a lot of businesses out there, especially events especially, because all our baby fairs are cancelled. No more baby fairs at expos. Everything is cancelled. Everyone is closed at that point in time during circuit breakers, right? So it really forces you to really look into your business model. That's where I decided that I really need to do something. Correct. And I really have to step out of the comfort zone. And we bring all our trainings. I mean, Mary Kay is a skincare business. So we really brought all our trainings virtually. And I think with a good company like Mary Kay, I am really, really very thankful for their support. They have enabled us to bring businesses online. So actually, our businesses has grown like 200% during COVID. Although people are losing jobs, but because we have the ability to really transform, to bring everything online within a short span of time. And that is why I think the company support was really great. All of us, whether you know how to do Facebook Live or you don't know how to do Facebook Live, you are given that opportunity to try. So that's where we really brought everything online, and it really taught us a new way of business. I guess it's the same for a lot of businesses out there. It really forces you to go online, to explore grounds that you have never done before. Even people are like selling seafood on market, seafood on FB Live.
It has been a while, just that a lot of people are not looking into that.
So and then now with our skincare class, we will even conduct skincare class and skin demos online via Zoom. So it taught me a lot how we can move on to going forward, and it also enabled me to be that leader for my kids, because now the kids are into online.
Yeah.
Everything is online for them anyway.
HBL,
Yeah, so
home-based
for
learning.
so for me as a mom to step forth to let them know that, hey, I'm also learning, and if I can learn, there's no reason why you cannot learn because you're in this generation.
Yep.
So I think it sets a very good example to my
Good role
kids that,
model also.
yeah, if my mommy can do it, I can do it. If mommy
Mm-mm.
can do this, I can do this.
Yep.
So yeah, so I guess it really make everyone grow. COVID is not exactly a bad thing. We in Mary Kay, we always say that it's a 危机 where you turn a
Yeah.
crisis into an opportunity.
Correct.
So from this 危机, we really look for 机会. Yeah. So yep.
And you
So
pointed
that has
out
been-
something that not all businesses are ready for this pandemic or even any
Yep.
crisis. But because in fact before this whole thing, in fact Mary Kay is already ready online. Just that this thing pushes it to show its effectiveness. Because you guys already have the app for people to order
Yep.
and all that stuff. It's
Yep.
all there. That means they kind of see it coming. They enhance it, if I'm not wrong. That means they improve on the app for the experience. And ever since the COVID started, the company itself, the support, they've pivoted very fast.
Yes, correct.
And they train you guys and letting you guys to know what you can do and bring it online. Because
Yep.
a lot of other businesses, they may not have that support. And that's
Yes.
where I see a lot of other similar business model. They are not able to pivot that fast because
Correct.
they are still using what we call the old-fashioned way, the traditional way. And even recently, my financial advisor, she need to pivot online. And once she started, she's like, oh, okay, I'm going to stay online. I'm not going to do what face-to-face meeting. It's just not feasible, not practical. And now she can even reach to more people. Yeah. So instead of you doing an event, maybe maximum 100 people, you can do it online. You reach out to 500 people. It's possible because it's about the messaging, and it's about how you're going to bring it across to them. How you can make it more experiential, because all these things are created by men. So you just have to start. If not, who will start? So if you are the leader, then you lead the trend and all that stuff. So having said that, time really flies. I really had a good chat, and you were telling me that, Kenneth, I'm very nervous, I cannot talk. You have been talking, been sharing, very good at sharing. Yeah. So maybe we can this is something I feel that I can bring it onto the table and maybe ask the audience at the same time and ask you, do you think that today's mothers are not loving themselves more? And why is that so?
I think yes. I mean, for me, it's definitely a yes, because as a mom at that time, I wasn't really taking care of myself very much. Probably always you will tell yourself that, hey, sleep is more important. When you can sleep, you should sleep. Because your kid is waking up in the middle of the night, and of course, when they're a bit older, of course, you worry about their activities, bringing them here and there for classes, for enrichment. You are constantly on the go.
Yeah.
And you probably do not have time to stop at Sephora, maybe, or even like a counter to actually look through what skincare you need.
Yeah.
Whenever you need something, you just grab it from Watsons. You could just grab it from Guardian. Fast. And then whether it works or not, never mind. Buy already, go home, then think. At that time.
And most of the time they don't use. They put it at home. They forget everything.
Correct. And they forgot how to use it, because at that time when the promoter is there, they probably hear how the promoter use it. Wow, very good. Then they bring it home. They realize that, I don't know how to use.
Yeah.
Then where's the promoter? The promoter probably switched to another
branch.
Outlet,
yeah.
So at that point, and mothers got the time, they will probably just do with what they have.
Yeah.
Or then completely don't use law.
Correct.
So that is where you realize that, then you really do not really pay attention to yourself. Yeah. Then as you approach middle age, everything starts to fail. Then you realize that, why didn't I take something? Why didn't I start something before I need to repair something?
Little regret.
Yeah. So like what we always say, right? Prevention is better than cure. So it's always you should always take care of yourself first, rather than something happen and you need to salvage it. So one of my reason why I decided to take back ballet, in addition to pursuing my dream, right, it's for fitness. I need to keep up with fitness, so that I do not need to see a doctor, when I'm 60s, because my joints are not working, or I have cartilage problem because I haven't been loving myself,
Correct.
because I haven't been working out, I haven't been loving myself. So through this avenue, I realized that actually it's very important that women should really love themselves. Just a little bit more is really enough.
Yeah.
Okay, you really do not need the whole day, but a little bit of pampering is always nice.
Yes, it's always good.
Yeah.
And one thing, what would you say that is the reason why they are not loving themselves more? Is it because of that mom guilt that they are
Yes,
having?
the mom guilt. Just sometimes it's you realize that if you're paying more time on yourself, or if you're buying more things for yourself, you feel guilty as a mom, because you always think that as a mom I should be doing more things for my kids. I mean, they are definitely still my priority
Yep.
in life. That will never change for a mom. Even when they are like married and have kids,
Yep.
your mom, as a mom, you find that the baby is always with you. It's always what your priorities are always there.
Correct.
Yeah, so that is the reason I guess a lot of moms do not pay attention to themselves. Even like the diaper bags that they carry, they probably just get the free diaper bag from the hospitals. Yeah, so that is really why I think the mom guilt. You're right. The mom guilt is very, very strong, especially also with moms that are working. Half the time they probably do not have enough time with the kids,
Yep.
and that's the guilt. They find that whatever pockets of time I should be spending with my kid, why should I go and pamper myself? Do a little bit more for my face. So the thing is, pampering need not take up a lot of time.
Yep.
If you have consistent schedule every day, pampering do not take up a lot of time. Yeah. So self-love is really, really important.
Correct. Because I believe that self-love is the cure for mom's guilt. Because when you start loving yourself, and if let's say like for you have 2 daughters, loving yourself is also showing your daughter that they should love themselves.
Yeah.
In future, when they become a mom, that they should even pursue their passion. They should not just everything focus on the children. Because if you are the children, you might feel that pressure, that stress, that everything, the expectation is on you as a kid. Like expect them to work hard, to study hard and get good grades. Why? These are all expectations from the parents. So I guess I would say that self-love is the best cure for mom's guilt. Because when you take care of yourself, then you will understand why you don't need this mom's guilt at all. And to wrap up is also to say that this is the reason why self-love is the best business model. Because when you're in control of yourself, when you're loving yourself, everything goes well. Because imagine like you taking care of yourself, you say, wow, then your husband will feel, oh, now I have a beautiful wife. I have a wife who look much younger. Yeah. So you also create a lot of, I would say, opportunity, and also a new spark in the marriage also, because there's new things to talk about.
I guess not just for mothers, actually for young teenagers, knowing that they have to love themselves first, I think it gives them that power over other people, as in, because they do not need to wait for other people to love them.
Correct.
Sometimes
wait for them to approve them.
Yeah, so they can't get like friends to like the things that they like, or I think when they start loving themselves, they actually can make a lot of decisions themselves.
Correct.
They do not need to wait for other people to give them that to make them feel good. Yeah, because they are already loving themselves. So yeah, so through this, I actually also taught my daughter that you have to be responsible for your own skin. So you need to love yourself. So you really need to take care of your skin. So I guess from there, she knows that she don't need to wait for other people to take care of her skin, because she's in control of her own hygiene, her own grooming. Yeah. So I think that gives them that confidence that they can do something for themselves. Yeah.
Wow. That is so wonderful advice from you, and great sharing from you. And time really flies, and I would really want to keep you here, and we can talk non-stop like as usual. When we start to talk, we will not stop. So maybe you can let the audience know. Okay, let's see. I see some comments. We have Eve saying that so happy for Melody. She has stepped out from the comfort zone of doing Facebook Live. Good. Yeah, thanks to me, right? You must thank me, right? And yes, we tend to love our children more. That's the nature of mother. Okay, that is something. It's true and not true. Because when you think that is the nature of ma, you are also setting that expectation. So it's not just the nature of mom, it's nature of everybody, even man, even father. Yeah. So
Yes.
when you put it, that means you label yourself instead, right? You're giving yourself that label, that task to do, that responsibility. So yes, we need to love ourselves more. Oh, Eve say that she's doing her pampering home spa now, which is
Yeah,
good.
see, so skincare need not take up a lot of time. You can do it, when your kids are sleeping.
Yeah.
That is definitely not mom's skill because you're just taking care of your skin when the
Yeah.
kids are sleeping. So it doesn't need to take out a lot of time. That is why I feel the need to really want to share that we can really pamper ourselves with whatever pockets of time that we have.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess today, the best way, because I always talk about self love. I believe that you are the best person to talk about self love, because I've seen that personally, in the past 6-7 years, and even to now, and for someone who's a mom and pursue back her childhood passion, ballet is really not something I see that often. That is very, very inspiring. So maybe you can let the audience know, especially for those who are seeing you for the first time, how can they get connected with you, Mel?
Okay, so as mentioned, I'm a Mary Kay sales director. So I do have a personal website under Mary Kay, which is I think the link
Yeah,
is probably at the bottom. Yep. So and then of course I do have a Facebook page for my customers and my team members. It's called Brush of Faith. Okay, so you can check out my Facebook page because I will share skincare tips and ways that you can learn how to pamper yourself there. So feel free to visit my page. And of course, I do still run my diaper bag business. So if you need, not really need, but if you need any accessories relating to bringing your children out, feeling more confident and more organized, you can still visit my website, at mddiaperbags.com. Yeah.
That's good. And for those who want to get connected with Melody, you can go to the description of this post, of this Facebook Live. I've included all the links there for you, for Empty Diaper Bag, and also for her Mary Kay's website, and even her own personal Facebook page, Brush of Faith. So last but not least, Mel, now it's your turn for you to post the question of the day out to the audience and also to the next guest. So are you ready?
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 Okay, so this was very, very last minute. He only told me like 10 minutes before I need to go on live that I need to think of a question to post to the next mom that is gonna be
Next guest.
online.
Yep.
Yeah. So the question that I thought of is, okay, so since his guest is always mom entrepreneurs, mothers coming out to do a business, right? So my question to the next momtrepreneur will be, what can you not live without as a momtrepreneur?
Okay, what
is that one thing that you cannot live without as a momtrepreneur?
Okay, so your question will be, what is the one thing, is it?
Yeah, so what's the thing that you cannot live without?
Okay, so we will
Can be anything. It can be anything for audience that are viewing this. You can also participate and let me know how you feel. That what is that one thing as a momtrepreneur that you cannot live without?
Okay, so the question of the day posted by you is, what is that one thing that you cannot do without
as a momtrepreneur?
Okay, good. So I repeat again. So the question of the day posted by Melody is, what is that one thing that you cannot do without as a momtrepreneur? Okay, so this question goes out to the next guest and also to the audience who are watching the replay and watching live. So we have David David Tan saying that ice cream. But David, are you a momtrepreneur? That's my question.
Yeah, so my husband.
Sorry?
He's trolling you. That's my husband.
I didn't know your husband is called David. Now, hi, David. Okay, your wife is safe here. Okay, so this question of the day goes out to the next guest and also to those who are watching the replay and those who are tuning on live. So before we wrap up, any last advice for the mothers who are thinking of pursuing their passion or even step into entrepreneurship? Any last advice for them, Melody?
Last advice. Okay, so my advice will come back to self-love. So self-love is not selfish at all, because I think when you take care of yourself, you put your happiness as one of the priorities in your life. I think that will make you go very far in life. Yeah. So that is the one thing that I would like to share. So if you are ready to pursue that passion, I think just do it. Sometimes you really just need to do something to be able to move. If you're not doing anything, you'll always just be at that position in life.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Thanks a lot, Melody. Thanks for your
Thank
last
you.
advice.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And finally, we got this together and finally got you as a guest. So, last but not least, I'm Kenneth here signing off. Thank you for watching Mompreneur Space live show. It will happen on next Monday again. So, they do stay tuned. And once again, thanks, Melody, for making the time and coming on live to share so much golden nuggets with all the audience, those that are watching the replay and those that are tuning in. So I will see you guys in the next episode. See you guys.
Thanks, Kenneth.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.